Okay, we're live. Welcome to the season premiere of the CosCast.
Woo!
Woo! This is episode 59, and it is a Pre-Torucon episode, which means that we have a very special guest with us this evening, and that is Irene from Torucon. She is the chief of programming. So welcome, Irene.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll be talking about Torucon, what it is, and what kind of interesting programs you have on your bill this year. But before we get to that, we're going to talk a little bit about our usual segments. So we're just going to jump right into that, and let's talk about Cosplay Progress. Have we been working on anything interesting cosplay-wise during the summer?
Yes, I would say so. I don't really have anything to show, but yeah.
Well, you can talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I have been making my Chang, which is a pig princess ninja from Full Metal Alchemist, the anime and manga and stuff like that. And I've done several things. I've made knives and some woodworking and sewing.
Cool.
And wig thingy. This wig I'm gonna wear is gonna be heavy. It's put together by 3 different wigs, I think.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of hair.
Yeah.
But that's cool. You've gotten to try new things and new techniques, and broaden your cosplay horizon.
One should think so, yes.
One should think so. All right. How about you, Aniasia? Have you gotten to work on anything?
I haven't worked on anything just of yet, but I have been buying stuff.
Oh.
I have just received my boots for the Link cosplay, the same as you have, Pixie.
Mm-hmm.
And I've bought myself some sonic screwdrivers from the 10th Doctor.
Cool. So you're going to have a Doctor Who cosplay in the near future?
Sometime in the future, yes.
Awesome. Looking forward to seeing that. Personally, I have been working on Link for what feels like forever, and he's almost done now. As you can see him in the background here.
He's so awesome.
Thank you. And so today I started working on his ridiculous gloves. So it took me like 4 hours just to finish one, but
The fingers looked really weird. I know it's because it wasn't on, but yeah, they look awesome.
It looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy. I just need to weather it a bit and stuff. But yeah, when you take it off my hands, it looks super stupid. Like he has the tiniest fingers ever.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. I haven't had time to work on anything else besides Link, but I'm pretty happy that he's gonna be done soon. For Torucon!
For Torucon! Yeah, my costume is also for Torucon.
Awesome. Irene, have you been able to do any cosplaying this year?
No, sadly haven't. I haven't had an occasion to use cosplay, and then I just postponed starting, and now it's almost too late. Yeah. Maybe I'll get something done this fall. Who knows?
Well,
crossing our fingers.
Closet cosplay, nothing else.
Yeah, it's almost like what I do. I postpone the beginning and just one more time.
I think that's something most cosplayers do. It's like, I have time, I don't need to do it now, and then maybe 1 or 2 weeks before you need to finish it, it's like, oh my god, I need to finish it, I'm running out of time. And so you end up like finishing it the day before you leave for the con or something like that.
Yeah.
Seems a very common thing. Also would like to mention that if people want to say hi or if they have any questions for us or for Irene, leave them in the chat next to the video on YouTube and we'll get those questions asked. To do that. Right, so let's move on to cosplay news, which is the next segment on our agenda. There have been quite a lot of news items happening recently, so the Ncc winners have been chosen. So I thought I would share some pictures of that.
Woo.
Yeah. Okay, so the winner was, of course, one of our Norwegian representatives, Martine Tufte, also known as Theresa's Cosplay, with her fantastic Ori cosplay.
Wow.
It was
The
so
performance
well
was
done.
so awesome.
Oh God, I had goosebumps watching her.
Yes.
Oh my God. Did you get to see the NCC, Irene?
No, sadly didn't. I was at the concert with Susanne Sundfør instead.
Ooh,
That's
but that's
an
cool too.
overreaction.
I think so.
For sure. All right, and second place went to Stickweed's Crafting and Cosplay for this fantastic Marcus Kruber cosplay from the game Vermintide.
So cool.
Yes. His entire armor is made from metal, and he made everything himself, and it's so impressive. I mean, the barrels on the gun spin and make a clicking noise, and it's just so cool.
Yeah, he told the audience that it was made from an old Viking gear thing.
Yeah.
So now the only thing I hear when he rolls the barrel is just a bike. That's sometimes, you know, all the mysteries behind cosplay really just disappear a bit when you actually know what it's made of.
I guess.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Also, I have to mention that this photo was taken by Donarki Photography. Just to give, you know, props where props are due. And also the third place went to Mayo-chan for her Marjorie Tyrell cosplay.
This was her third place 3 years in a row, I think.
Yeah, she's qualified 3 years in a row, and she's won third place every year.
Yes.
That's quite a feat.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of meant to be, it seems. So congratulations to her, at least, for placing in third. And mad props, because that woman is crazy. I mean, the amount of details that she's put into the dress. I mean, she's even sewn fish scale into some of the roses.
Even though she's vegetarian.
I love that detail. It's so
Screw
funny.
everything for cosplay. Screw all our values for cosplay. It's dedication, at least.
It's very much dedication. Yeah. So, props to the winners of the NCC. We are super proud of all of you. Right. So that was the first bit of news. Secondly, we have some great news from us to you guys. We are having a live show for the very first time at Torucon. So, yeah, we're super excited and a little bit nervous. We're hoping to be able to live stream it so all our regular viewers can catch it too, even if you're not at Torucon. So we're going to do a technical test soon to see if that's possible, and we'll let you know how it goes. And we can also announce that both Martine Tufte and Stickweeds will be our guests during the live show at Torucon. So we'll talk a little bit about their experience of the convention and also how they experienced the NCC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because both of them are going to be judges in the cosplay competition, I think.
Yes, exactly. We'll talk a little bit about that too, for sure. And so there's a link in the show notes that you can follow that will take you to our Facebook event. So you can follow all the news updates that we put there until our show on Sunday.
Oh.
So that's that. Okay. The third piece of news is that Harry Potter and the Cursed Child has been released, the script for the new play. I've read it. Have any of you guys read it?
Nope.
Nope.
I read it.
What, you've read it?
Yeah.
Cool. Have you finished it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. It's weird, you know, reading a play, not a book, but
it is a different experience for sure. I mean, if you expect the same experience as you would get from the other books, you're not going to get that, but it still feels very Harry Potter to me.
Yeah, it did.
My only complaint is that I thought parts of it was a little bit predictable. I don't know if you felt the same.
Yeah. Guessed what was going to happen a lot of times. So yeah.
And who the main villain was, I kind of figured that out pretty soon too.
Me too.
But beyond that, it was a really enjoyable experience, and I'll probably make a review of it as soon as I actually have time to do that. But people should check it out, and they should buy it, because if you're a big Harry Potter fan, it's definitely worth reading it, and it's also a super fast read, because plays, they just go by it, you know, like that.
I'm hearing a cat.
Yes.
Oh.
Meow, meow.
We have a fluffy visitor as usual. That's cute. Also, if you're a movie fan, Ghostbusters and Suicide Squad are in the cinemas now, so people who are interested in those fandoms should definitely go check them out. I know that both Ghostbusters and Suicide Squad have gotten mixed reviews, but I would say they're probably well worth watching, both of them. Have any of you seen any of the movies?
No.
No, me neither.
I went to see a new horror movie though. It sucked really much.
Aww.
It was really bad.
Which movie was it?
What was it called? The one where you turn off the lights and then there's something there.
Oh, that one. I don't remember what it's called either, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it sucked.
If anyone could help us in the chat and tell us what the movie was called, that would be nice. And also, hi to Sara Østvik from Trondheim. It's cool to see you there.
I think it's called Lights Out.
Ah, right. Yeah, Sara just mentioned it in the chat.
Yeah, I can see it.
And then our last piece of news is that side3.no posted an article recently featuring a list of 72 Norwegian women that are worth following on Instagram. And among those women, there was a surprising amount of well-known female cosplayers, which is kind of cool. Personally, I don't know if I liked the list in general, because it seemed like they had mostly put women who are worth following on Instagram because they're, good looking or something. It's what I kind of felt to me, but
I just think it's people who have a lot of followers.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it's cool that cosplayers got featured on a, big page like that.
Yeah. I'm sorry for the loud snoring, by the way, because my dog is just laying right beneath my feet, snoring like
I can't hear him at all, so...
Okay, good.
We're good. But yeah, thanks to Donarki for tipping us off about that on Facebook. It's a fun article to look at. And the link to that article is also in the show notes beneath this video, so you can check that out. All right, that is the news. And let's move on to our main theme, which is Torucon! Yay! Which means that someone else besides me gets to talk. So, Yasia, why don't you take the first question?
Okay. Let's see. First of all, let's talk a little bit about Torucon and its history, so that people who might not be familiar with it can get a sense of the convention.
Ooh. Wow. Yes. Torucon. I think we're in our 6th year now. Lost count. Yeah, we had 5-year anniversary last year. So time flies by. First time back in 2011, we were like me and Aslak, who you'll see on stage, together with some other people. We arranged it. We used about a year, I think, to organize it. And the previous year, the year before Torucon, it was in September, I think. Me and Aslak were both in Folkehøyskole in Hordaland. He was in Voss and I was at Åsane in Bergen. and we were like, we had a lot of MSN meetings, and I don't know how we managed it all, but we were like home on vacation. We fixed ESOC location, and yeah, the summer before, me and Aslak like we bought some buttons for the volunteers, and I don't know, we cobbled something together, and we were like hoping that maybe 100 people would show, because then we would reach the budget and we would like get our money back because we invested some of our own money, and then it was like we hardly advertised. There was a poster at Outland and one at ESOC where we held Torucon, and the response was overwhelming. It was, I think, between 350 and 400 people showed up for the first Torucon. We were like, where are all these people coming from? Are there so many cosplay interested people in Trondheim? We didn't know. Yeah,
That is so
it's
cool.
just grown from there.
And
yeah.
that's one of the reasons why you guys decided to start Torucon too, because there wasn't really a proper convention in Trondheim and the surrounding area at the time.
No, there wasn't. We had Oslo and Stavanger and a lot of cons up north, like Tromsø and surrounding areas. And we were like, we're in the middle of Norway. Why shouldn't we have a con? So,
It's a very good question.
Yeah, we made Torucon.
Yeah, and in a very few years, you guys have managed also to become very popular. You're kind like the second biggest convention in Norway now.
Yeah. After Desicon we are.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went to Torucon last year with my husband, and I had a really good time. So it's a very well organized convention, I think.
Thank you.
kudos to
That's
you
good
on
to
that.
hear.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to going there next weekend. I've never been there before.
Yeah, it'll be Annabella and Elantris' first time at Torucon this year, so they're really excited.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope you'll enjoy yourself. Our main aim is always to please the guests. We do this for all the guests. We do this on volunteer basis. We don't get anything out of it. We just do it so you all will have a good time.
Well, it
So
shows.
it's appreciated. Yeah.
It definitely shows that you
Thank
work
you.
hard to make people feel welcome and at home, for sure. Okay, Annabella, maybe
Thank
you
you.
want to pose a question too?
Yes. Can you tell us a bit about your role? No. Now I'm at the wrong question here. Sorry. I just read the wrong. Sorry. What is this year's theme, and how will it color this year's Torucon?
This year's theme is Age of Heroes. We decided on that last fall. We had a look at the movie calendar. A lot of superhero movies this year, from Civil War and Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad and a lot of other films coming out. And since we had sort of a villain theme last year, we thought of maybe have superhero theme this year, but we didn't want to like narrow it down to just superheroes. We wanted heroes, so you could like a broader theme. So you can have heroes that could be anything from your dad to Superman.
To MacGyver.
Yeah.
To MacGyver. A hero could be many things. So,
Absolutely.
and then we put a snappy title on it, Age of Heroes, because heroes is a bit boring. And it won't really show up much at the convention. We have some decorations that are hero themed, and the opening show will have a hero theme. And that's pretty much it. We encourage people to dress to the theme if they want to. And we have a yearly sort of treasure hunt where people look for something. And this year it will be hero themed. It's just like here we had Game of Thrones, they were searching for dragon eggs, and this year we have Age of Heroes, and they were searching for. You have to find out when you come to the con.
Exactly.
Don't spoil the beans.
No, we need some mystery.
Yes.
Exactly.
But that's all really. You won't feel it much.
Yeah. Now, I think a lot of people choose to cosplay as heroes to fit in with the theme, but other people are also free to choose to cosplay as whatever they want.
Yeah.
But I think you can, twist and turn anything into a hero if you just present it right.
Yeah.
Even
True.
a villain can be a hero, just at the villain side of it. I don't know. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, people are
there's
always
no
the
heroes
their own
without
story.
the villains.
What?
There's no heroes without villains.
Yes.
Yeah. Yin and yang.
Yes.
That's also very true.
Yeah. Also, no villain has ever, thought, "Oh, I am the villain." Ha ha ha. They're always the hero in their own story. So even if you are a villain, you could say, "Well, screw Superman. He's the villain. Obviously, Lex Luthor is the boss."
Yeah.
Or something like that.
That's why I think people have to watch the movie Megamind, because that's basically about the villain. I love that movie.
Yes.
Very good. First movie recommendation of the night.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you tell us a bit about your role within Torucon? What are your responsibilities?
Ooh, I have my fingers in a lot of pies. Too many pies, probably. First of all, I am the leader of Torucon, so I sort of make sure that everybody does their stuff. And then I deal with economics, the budget, and, getting money and all of that. And I deal with the stands and the art stands, and now the guests, and I have my hand in decorations. So, yeah.
You do everything, basically.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
How do you manage?
Well, it's a lot of same procedure as last year. So it's just like making lists and keeping order and sending mail to every stand and art stand and making sure they have the information they need and all the guests and
Yeah.
I managed it somehow.
Well, seeing as you're like one of the founders of Torucon, I guess you feel like you have a certain amount of control over things.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
I probably have too much to do, but I can't give anything away because I'm like constantly fretting over it not getting done the way I want it to get done. So, yeah.
That feeling is very familiar to me.
Yeah.
Delegation, it's
not,
dangerous.
Yeah. It's not too much yet, so I will probably continue with what I do next year, and we'll see. If it gets too much, and then I have to
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned before we started the show that you work a full-time job next to this. So how you manage to do all of these things and work a full-time job is blowing my mind.
Well, it works, but I'm always late with things. Yeah. So I should probably get that information to everybody involved a lot earlier, but yeah, it takes time. I get it done in the end.
Yeah.
And I'll work on I'll work on it to next year, getting out information earlier.
Yep. We learn new things all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That kind of answers that question. Aniasta, do you want to do question 4? 4, isn't it?
4?
Yes.
4? Yes. Okay. What has it been like working on this year's event?
It has been much easier last year because this year, for the first time since 2012, we are not changing our location. Woo! Woo!
Yay! And on a side note, your location, the hotel where you have the convention, is amazing.
Yeah, it is. So we're so glad we can be there, and it's large enough for us. And we don't have to, we have changed locations 3 years in a row. Yeah. So it's always hard with a new location, because you don't know exactly how it looks, and you can't look at it that much before you get there, and it's more difficult to plan how everything should be. But now that we were at Clarion last year, I know how it looks, and I know how I can place the stands, and I know how everything should be. So it's much easier to plan and to get information out and know how it will be. So much more enjoyable than last year, really.
Well, that's good at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I really liked the Clarion Hotel and conference. It has really good air conditioning, so I didn't feel like, I was dying in my costume or anything. And the rooms are all really nice, well lit, and lots of
it's very
space.
fancy. Yeah, it's like fancy and cozy at the same time, I think. You don't get like the feeling that it's like a gym or a big concrete hall. It's just a nice, airy, spacey hotel.
Yeah, because it's a fairly new hotel. I mean, it hasn't been around for very long, I think.
No, I don't think so. Like 5 years, maybe. So very nice. Don't like the carpet floor in the main hall very much, but one can't get everything.
Yeah, if that's the worst about it, then that's fine. Okay. Well, cool. So it's been easier and more pleasurable to organizing the event this year. Right. Annabella, question 5.
How do you find events to put on the program? Do you reach out to people, or do they contact you?
Both, really. We try to always have like lectures and talks about important topics, important cosplay topics, like sewing and armor and makeup, wigs, all those different categories. We try to find people we know who are good at that stuff. And also we try not to use the same people 2 years in a row. So we try to find like new people to talk about, for example, sewing. So this year we have Sanderson and Time for Levity are talking about sewing, and we used Sanderson had a talk for us in 2014. So it's like we didn't use her last year, but the year before. So now she can come back.
Yeah, I think JC or Ceremony talked about seams last year, maybe.
Yeah, Ceremony last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we try to get someone different to talk about. It's the same topics basically, but we try to get someone new so we just don't repeat the same thing from last year.
Yeah, I guess it's good to have different opinions on the same subject.
Yeah.
So different experiences.
We also get people who contact us and ask if they maybe could talk about this and that, and if you think it fits, we accommodate them. So yeah, it's a mix really.
Yeah. That kind of brings us over into question 6 really too, which is can you tell us a little bit about this year's programs? Have you had any particular things that you have chosen to focus on, like themes or panels or workshops or whatever? Kind of mentioned it already, sort of.
Yeah, I kind of did. This year we cover sewing, armor and props, makeup, wigs, performance, and photography. Oh, and Stickwood is holding a talk about smithing.
Yeah, metalworking.
Looking forward to that.
That's interesting.
Because he's an actual smith, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And that's something we haven't had before. So that's exciting.
Yeah,
And
very
we
exciting.
also try to have things for the not cosplay people. We're trying to get like gaming and stuff into the program. We don't have as much game stuff this year. We have a talk about game developing, and we have Christine Ask, who's a spillpike, one of the spillpikene, who is holding a talk about fandoms. And that one I'm really looking forward to. Don't know if I get to attend, but I will listen to it for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I noticed her. I've actually guest blogged a little bit for spillpikene.no. I've done game reviews predominantly, but her talk about fandoms and how fandoms could be like contributing to saving the world or making the world a better place seemed very interesting.
Yeah.
So yes. I kind of want to catch that one too.
Yeah. And of course, we also have all the regular stuff on our program, like the cosplay competition, outfit competition, our chibi catwalk for the under 12s. Yeah, and North Garrison is coming on stage. We have the contest where we invite the hosts of the other cons in Norway, and they have a silly little game show contest on stage.
Yeah, I caught that last year. Elizabeth Edding was hosting it. It was really funny.
It is. So we hope that will be fun to watch. We also have the open stage where we encourage people to play the piano or have a skate or entertain us. And there's always some really good contribution to the open stage. So looking forward to that too.
Awesome. It sounds like you have so many interesting things on your program this year. I don't know how I'm going to choose between them because I know I'm not going to have time to catch them all.
Yeah, and that is
them all.
Yeah, I think we have about 10 or 11 lectures or panels. And some of it have to clash a bit. You can't get everything you want because
not on 2 days. That's not possible.
So just to be.
Oh, and then there's us. We're also on the program.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Live show on Sunday.
Yes, on Sunday.
We have Pokemon tournaments, both with the DS and the card tournaments in Pokemon. Ooh, and there's a spaceship simulator, and there's a workshop, a pattern making workshop with the Chikara cosplay from Denmark. It's full now, I think.
She's so
but
tough.
That's a topic we haven't had before. So, yeah, I hope people will enjoy that.
Yeah, well, if it's full, I'm sure that people will be enjoying it a lot. I think I caught a corset pattern workshop or lecture that she had at Dezucon 1.5 years ago or 2 years ago or something like that. And it was very informative. Right. Guess we can move on to the next question because I think we have a very good idea of what you guys have going on during the weekend.
I'm looking really forward to it.
Yes. Question 7. Aniasia, do you want to take it?
Sure. Okay. What are you looking forward to the most right now?
Ooh, I think just getting started. Like, I want the Friday to arrive so I can just meet at hotel and get everything fixed and sorted and get the con going. So I can get finished with it and move on.
Breathe.
I sound a bit pessimistic or something, but yeah, there's a lot of times over the summer and over the year before Torucon where I think, like, why the heck am I doing this? Why am I using so much of my free time to organize all this? And then Torucon arrives and see all the happy people and people are enjoying themselves, and I think, oh, that's why I'm doing this. and I'm looking forward to that.
That's very understandable.
For everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we as cosplayers often have that feeling too. We sit at home by ourselves and we work on something for hours and we're like, why am I doing this to myself? And then you go to the con and people comment on your cosplay and you have fun with friends and then you remember this is why I do this.
Yeah.
That's not only with cosplay though, it's like with everything you do in life.
Yeah.
At least I think so.
With a lot of things at least, yeah.
Yeah.
But it relates. It does, for sure. Okay, so I guess this is a question to all of us.
We have to answer this question too, I think.
Yes, it's the next one on the list. What are we looking forward to the most?
Yeah.
So you guys have anything you want to jump out with?
Well, just seeing what Torucon is, because I haven't been there before, and everybody's talking about Torucon.
Yeah.
I need to know what this is about. That's what I'm really looking forward to, just, get a feeling of the community and,
You just want the Torucon experience. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get an extra hour in the ball pit if you want.
Huh?
We have a ball pit. You have to visit. Yeah.
Oh, that ball pit was so popular last year. It was so funny.
Yeah. At least it works at Torucon. It was a success.
Yeah, and I think the most funny thing is because we had the ball pit as, to reference Dashcon, that it was a fun little detail. But then we actually have a lot of children coming to Torucon, a lot of parents with little kids, and the little kids loved the ball pit. So
I think every cosplayer loved the ball pit as well, because I couldn't see any other pictures on my Facebook wall one of those days than cosplayers in the ball pit. That was a thing.
But that's funny, I like the fact that you guys are focused on all of the age groups who attend Torucon. Like you have the chibi catwalk for the smaller kids and the ball pit and things like that, and you have something for the teenagers and the slightly older cosplayers. Everyone has something that they can attend and enjoy. That's really nice. Anastasia, what are you looking forward to the most?
She just disappeared, so I think you have to answer this yourself.
Well, I'll just have to say what I'm looking forward to the most. Well, I'm really looking forward to actually having our show. I've never done a proper live show before, so that will be really, really interesting. But I'm also really looking forward to, well, just like Annabella said, the Torucon experience, the people and the atmosphere, and a few of the workshops. I really want to see the fandom panel, and I can't remember which one it was. But all the workshops, really. Basically, I love workshops and panels. It's fun. Anastasia, what are you looking forward to the most about Torucon?
Basically, it's just the same as Annabella, just getting more con experience. Since there have been so many good talking about Torucon, how good it is compared to a lot of other cons and stuff like that. Yeah, to get the feeling of attending a good con, and so I don't know what else really, since I haven't been there before.
Yeah, no, I mean, but one of the things that's also is one of the highlights about every convention that we go to is the cosplay competition.
Yes.
So obviously, really looking forward to seeing that because it was really well done last year, and if it's anything like it this year, it'll be awesome.
But you don't know if you're going to, you know, get to actually watch the competition and all.
Yeah, well, there's that. Because Annabella has signed up for the cosplay competition. So we might have to actually go on stage at some
Yeah,
point.
because I need a stage ninja
Yeah.
or stage panda.
Yeah, so I'm going to be
Okay.
her stage panda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, fingers crossed.
we're really excited as well. Yeah, we're trying something new with the cosplay competition this year, so we're really excited how it will be received by the audience and how it will work. So,
Yeah, because you've
yeah.
divided it up into different levels, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have signed on if it wasn't as it is now. So
Oh.
because of
That's good, yeah.
the casual category, that's the reason I really signed, because I don't feel like I could participate in the master category at all. So
Yeah. That's why we did it, because we looked at all there's some great cosplayers out there who they win every competition they enter, and people who are not that experienced, they don't have a chance up against them performance-wise and everything else. So we decided to try to split it, to give the people who want to give it an honest try but maybe aren't as experienced also can get a chance at winning and competing at a different level than the ones that are out of this world.
I think it's a very clever thing to do.
Yeah. It makes it less terrifying for people who are beginners and who aren't used to competing and who just want to have fun. And
Because
I
till
think it's a
now,
good idea.
the only competitions I've entered is the ones you just go up on stage and you pose for a bit and then you go back down. So this will be completely new if I qualify. But what I think is really great is that everybody actually gets to go up on stage before the GIT competition. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that aspect too, that everyone gets a shot at being on stage. That's kind of one of the reasons why people sign up, and so it's nice to get a shot.
That's why they enter the cosplay competition. They want to go on stage, so we should give everybody the opportunity to go on stage and then take it from there.
Yeah, so kudos to you guys. You're doing the right thing, at least in our opinion.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's good to hear.
Right.
Brain
freeze.
Brain freeze.
Yeah, brain freeze. Total brain freeze. But yeah. We'll be talking a little bit about geekery in a little moment. I think we've gone through all the questions and pretty much answered all of the things we wanted answers to. We haven't gotten any questions from the audience today, so that's fine. I just want to mention that we will be running 2 contests during our stay at Torucon. So one will be a social media contest that we will start running during our live show on Sunday. And the other one is one we'll be running all throughout the weekend, which will be kind of like a scavenger hunt. And we're going to post the rules for both of those contests on our Facebook event. So people can go and check that out. I'm going to post it during this week sometime. Cool.
That's also sort of a social media contest as well, but
yeah, sort of. But one is purely social media, and one is more like a real life scavenger treasure hunt.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's just move on from the interview session. Thank you so much for answering our questions, Eileen.
You're welcome.
And let's go into geekery. Have we read or watched or listened or played anything interesting this week or this summer that we would like to recommend to others?
Stranger Things.
Yes.
I actually want to do a Stranger Things cosplay for BonsaiCon. So that would be interesting.
You're gonna shave your head?
No, not that character. Not that character. Not her.
No.
No. If I'm gonna do a Stranger Things cosplay, I want to do Dustin, the curly-headed boy.
Yeah, the one with the lisp.
Yes.
Yes.
He
He's
doesn't
so
have.
cute.
He's adorable. I haven't really watched a lot of episodes, but everyone is raving about this show, it seems, so I guess I have to watch it.
I have just seen 2
Yes.
episodes so far, but it's awesome. I'm hooked already.
Yeah, I watched all of it.
The music and the atmosphere. It's like the Goonies. It's like my childhood. It's awesome. And also, I watched Misfits, which is a sort of. It's not really great, but it's an okay show. It's fun.
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining. It's a different sort of superhero TV series. It's cool. And I watched a lot of other stuff, but my brain doesn't really work when it has gone 1 week. Everything that's happened before that week. So, yeah.
I understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me
Alien,
too.
have you watched Stranger Things yet, or?
No, haven't got the chance.
No,
I've watched
totally understandable. Kind of busy.
Yeah.
Well, personally, I've been reading a lot during the summer. So I've been reading Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and I started Sabriel by Garth Nix, which is a trilogy about a young female necromancer who has to rescue her father, who has been trapped within death. And so far, I really like it. I'm only on the first book in the series, but it's very entertaining, and I can only recommend it. So.
I read it as well when I was young, and I love the series and I love Garth Nix. Yeah, I actually
He's a very
met
good
him
writer.
about a year ago. I was at a signing with Garth Nix, and I was like, my childhood hero! Yeah.
I mean, I'm 28 now and reading the books for the first time, and they still appeal to me, even though they're probably maybe targeted at a younger audience, perhaps. But I don't
Yeah,
care.
perhaps.
He's talented, so who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
I've also started Elantris by Brandon Sanderson because I love all of his other books, so I figured I would read that one too. It's a standalone book, fantasy book, of course, and it's probably like this big. But so far I like it. But I like everything he does, so he's not a very good source of objective critique.
Well, you shouldn't have to be objective about that.
Well, kind
Opinions
of.
are subjective.
Sometimes you have to be a little bit objective, though.
Opinions are subjective.
Yes, mostly. Have I watched anything interesting recently? I've been rewatching a lot of old shows just because I've watched everything that's been new and interesting, and I've been watching a lot of crappy old movies just in the background while I've been working on my Link cosplay to finish it. So nothing really very new and exciting on the TV front or movie front.
Yes.
And Yasia, how about you?
Well, I've been reading the last published book of Ghostbusters, of course.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Yeah.
You don't say.
So I'm just waiting for the next one in that trilogy. So yeah.
You have to, all of you guys watching, have to watch the Q&A video we put out with Tonja, and you will understand why we laughed when she said this to Arden.
Yeah, count how many times I mentioned wrist.
Every time she does that, take a shot.
Yeah, do that.
Anyways, while I wait for the next book of Ghostbusters, I'm reading this other trilogy. The Night Angel trilogy.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. I've started the first book. It's called The Way of Shadows. Looks like this, kind of cool cover.
It's by Brent Weeks.
Yeah, Brent Weeks. And basically it's about this guy, there's a Blint, who is a master assassin or wet boy, and this boy, orphan boy, which he takes in and trains. Exciting, very good details. Yeah, kind of get the feeling that you're part of this experience that this boy is having throughout the books.
You're kind of laggy.
Yeah, sorry. My boyfriend is playing World of Warcraft, so.
Right. Well.
Yeah.
You should tell him to stop playing when you're live streaming.
Yeah, I wish.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very interesting trilogy. It's kind of dark and gritty, and there are prostitutes and killings and political plots and wars.
Yeah, very, very lot of details in describing killings.
Yeah.
So, not for weak souls.
No. But you've read it too, Aideen?
Yeah.
And what did you think about it?
I liked it. I have a terrible memory for books and movies and stuff, and it's a long time since I read The Way of Shadows, so I don't remember the details, but I remember I liked it.
Yeah,
I think I remember liking that thing has consequences. You can't just go around killing and dying randomly. The things you do have consequences, and I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. I can recommend it warmly.
Me too.
And Brent Weeks also has another trilogy out. I think The Dark Prism is the first book in that trilogy. I haven't read it yet, but I'm planning to.
The Black Prism.
Yeah. So So you guys have a lot of book recommendations today. Seeming like we're all actually reading a lot this summer.
Yeah.
And oh yes, of course, the last book in the Raven Rings trilogy. I'm reading that also by C.D. Petterson.
Yay!
Yay! It's like I think all fantasy geeks across Norway must have read those books by now.
No, but I want to. I want to.
Yeah. Well, you can borrow mine and Annabella's because between us we have all three books. I think.
Yep, I have all the books anyway. So.
Yeah, you have all the books. All the books.
All the books. All the books.
Yeah, well, right now I have 3 books to read, so you'll have to wait.
Yeah. I sadly haven't had the time to game anything because there's been so many things to do with the CosCast and cosplay in general during the summer, so I'm kind of sad about that because I miss gaming and I have so many awesome games on my computer that I haven't even got to try yet. I have a game called Wolf, which is a Red Riding Hood spin-off thing, and I have Alice Madness Returns that I haven't gotten to try yet, and so many games.
So little time.
So little time.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I haven't been gaming for at least a month or something. Well, I played some The Sims while I was back at home on vacation just to do it. And obviously, of course, I played a lot of Pokemon Go.
Yes.
Level 22! Yay! Team Valor! Go!
For your dog.
No.
Okay, it just sounded like it might be him. But yeah, Pokemon Go. Go Team Mystics.
Team Instinct.
Oh,
Yeah, I did understand your instinct since you have a Jolteon on your shelf.
Obviously a Pokemon fan. Yeah.
This one too, though.
Oh, there you go.
Flareon, yes! My favorite.
Mm.
Ow. Sorry. I have some Pokemons too.
Show and tell, everyone!
It's my Togepi! And I also have a miniature Psyduck.
Oh, there you go. I had tons of Pokemon that my mom knitted for me actually when I was a kid, but they're all at home.
I also have a necklace of Pikachu, which I bought at a convention.
It is so cute.
Yes, it was an art stand. Pretty cute.
Hmm.
But there's one thing I don't really understand because he has two tails. You can see he have one tail here
yeah.
behind his head. And you also have this. So, conclusion is, this lightning is his poop. Or something. Still an awesome necklace, though.
Welcome to the CosCast, where we discuss Pikachu poop.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that kind of sums up the geekery part of the show. You're welcome for all the recommendations and witty banter. So I think it's time to round off everything and just say thank you to everyone who has been watching us so far. And we hope that you all tune into our live streamed show from Torucon or come watch us live if you are at Torucon. And if you want to see more content from us, please follow us on YouTube at the CosCast Show or on Facebook at facebook.com/CosCast or on Instagram at the CosCast. We're easy to find that way.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. World domination.
Yeah. Totally.
And if you want to know more about Torucon, you can visit torucon.no. They have a website both in Norwegian and in English for you international viewers. And you can find them on Facebook and on Instagram as well. So just go
and Twitter.
And Twitter.
And Twitter.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
We're not
Google
on Twitter
Plus. No, yeah.
You're everywhere. You're even more widespread than we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it for today. Tune in next Sunday for another episode. And I'm Pixie Dust Cosplay, and these are my co-hosts.
Annabella Cosplay.
And Angelica Cosplay.
And our lovely guest, Aideen. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.